Hi, Head Start friends. It's Miss Chatney. I hope you're all doing well. I have been thinking a lot about you, and I have been loving all of the pictures and videos and notes that you're sending me. They have been making my day. So keep sending me those pictures. Let me know some fun things you're doing at home with your family, and share with me all the fun things you're doing. I love to hear about it. Now today, the story I brought is Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andrea and Guy Parker Reese. But before I read this, I have something to show you. So at Head Start, how we start our day is we always have that big heart on the board, right? Whenever someone's not there, we put their picture in the heart. And we sing a little song and we wish them well. So I want us to do that together right now. Okay, so picture that heart up there. All right, put your hands on your heart. And on the count of 3, we're going to sing our well-wishing song before I start my story. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We wish you well. We wish you well. All through the day today, we wish you well. Okay. I'm going to show you some little pictures. So at Head Start, I have a star helper, and they roll our cube, and we usually take a big deep breath to start our day. Sometimes we choose the balloon. Sometimes we choose flowers, where we take a big deep breath in and smell the flower. I have 2 new ones to show you, and every time I do a video, I'm going to bring some new ones. This one, you put your hand out like this. Okay, so put your hand out, just like I am. You're going to stretch it like a starfish. Then you're going to use this hand with your pointer finger up, so put your pointer finger up here. You're going to trace the fingers and breathe in, out, and trace your fingers. Now go back, breathe in, out. One more time, in and out. So that's the starfish one. The last one I have is this. Okay, it's like an 8. It's like the number 8. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to send this in an email to your parents, and you can print it off and use it at home. Okay, so what you're going to do is, again, put up your pointer finger. Okay, you're going to start here. You're going to trace it and breathe in and breathe out. And you're going to trace it again and out. Okay, and as you're breathing, you're tracing it. And then when you feel better, maybe happier, maybe you're feeling sad or frustrated or worried, you can get this out and you can trace it and do some belly breaths, okay, just like we do at Head Start. So I'm going to send this in an email so you have it for home, okay? All right, so I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to get back to my story called Giraffes Can't Dance. This story is another one of my favorites. It has a lot of animals in it. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. Trying to see the giraffe over there. There's Gerald. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots of trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And over here, this big sign says, Jungle Dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. There's a lot going on in this picture here. You can see all kinds of animals, snakes and monkeys. They're all dancing. The warthogs started waltzing. Here they are. And the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. I really like those lions. I like how they're dancing with a rose in their mouth. I think that's silly. Right over here. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. So we are going to count all those baboons over there. Okay, starting up here. Okay, count with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Now, how do you think that made Gerald feel here? Been a little sad, huh? Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad before, so sad and all alone. Look at his face. Gerald's face. Here he is. You can tell he's feeling sad and worried. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." The cricket is way over there. There he is. He's a cutie. I like that cricket. "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." Close your eyes and think. Have you ever been outside before bed and you hear the crickets singing their song, their night-night song? That's what he's listening to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. Look at him dancing. Look at his tail. Over here. It's spinning around in circles. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt it in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. He looks pretty excited now, doesn't he? Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we ever seen." "How'd you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. And they're all throwing some flowers at him. Saying, "Encore! Good job, Gerald." Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." And so Gerald found the music that he could dance to, right? He found something he's good at. So what I want you to do is you can draw me a picture or just have your mommy or daddy or whoever send me a note, an email, and tell me something that you're good at. Think about that. You can talk about it with your families. What's something you're good at? Like Gerald, he was really good at dancing once he found his music, right? So think about what you're good at and you can let me know, okay? In the meantime, I will put this here and I will think of another story for next week. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye, friends.